So one of the things that people often do is that they lump all subgenres of horror into one type of horror. So when you say, I watch horror movies or I make horror movies, people are like, oh, because they immediately think of like the slasher subgenre of horror. But there's actually so many other types of subgenres within horror. You know, like werewolves, witches, folklore, paranormal, zombie, revenge, body horror, and so on and so forth. So when we're talking about horror, we need to also be aware of, you know, all the subgenres that are operating within that. Now, our thing in particular is more like supernatural horror or haunted house horror. So, you know, when we're talking to people about making horror movies, often you have to unpack, well, I'm not talking about like the Terrifier and that kind of horror, you know, which would be called, you know, clown horror, killer clown horror, or gory horror, you know. I'm actually talking about more like, you know, supernatural horror or like a chiller, which doesn't necessarily involve a lot of blood. So I think it's important for people to understand that it's such a broad genre and there's so many different ways into it. And it's not like, you know, when you say I love horror, it means you love all of those subgenres of horror. You might just have ones that you particularly like. And I think the audience does. And that's something I don't think a lot of people understand.